Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to discuss the example for limits and continuity. So kindly refers to the question, evaluate the situation. So if we substitute the value and we notice that we have the infinity over infinity, where we have the indeterminate form. So the suggested strategy will be dividing the numerator and also the denominator by the highest power of x for the denominator. So in here we notice that we have the x. So kindly factor out the x. So limit when x approaching negative infinity. So here we have the x square. So 2 plus with 3 over x. Over, we have x. 5 plus with 1 over x. So continue. Limit, when x approaching negative infinity, we have the square root of x square. Multiply with the square root 2 plus with the 3 over x. Over x. 5 plus 1 over x. So kindly refers to the situation. As we all know, the square root of x square actually equals to modulus of x. And based on the definition, we have x when x greater equals to 0, negative x when x less than 0. So we have the situation 0, negative x and x. So based on this part, limit when x approaching negative infinity, here we have negative infinity. So meaning that we are going to make use of negative x. Multiply with 2 plus with 3 over x. Over, we have the x multiply with 5 plus 1 over x. Rewrite the situation. Limit when x approaching negative infinity, we have negative multiply with the square root 2 plus 3 over x over 5 plus 1 over x. So if we substitute the value and we notice that we have the negative square root of 2 over 5. So that is the value of y. Kindly refers to the question B. Given that we have the function fx, so kindly illustrate the situation in a real number line. Then here we have the value negative 2. Followed by negative 1, and finally we have 2. So we have the situation. From the negative 2 until negative 1, we have 5 minus px, where we have negative 1 and negative 2 is included. Next, from the situation negative 1 until 2, we have the function x squared plus with the px plus with the q. And we have the situation. Continue, greater than 2, we have x squared minus 4 over x minus 2. So that is the situation for the function fx. Kindly focus on the question number 1. Find the value of p and q if the fx is continuous for all real value of x. So kindly focus on the situation where we have the negative 1. So limit when x approaching negative 1 from the left. We have the function 5 minus px, which is equals to limit when x approaching negative 1 from the right. For the function x squared plus with the px plus with the q. Kindly substitute the value. So here we will have 5 plus with the p equals to, if we substitute negative 1, and we will have 1 minus with the p plus with the q. So rearrange the situation. So we will have 4 is equals to q minus 2p. So that is the first equation. Continue. Limits when x approaching 2 from the left. We have the function x squared plus with the px plus with the q. Equals to limit when x approaching 2 from the right, x squared minus 4 over x minus 2. So for this case, my suggestion is factorize the x squared minus 4. So we will have x minus 2, x plus with the 2. So kindly substitute the value. So here we will have 4 plus with the 2p plus with the q equals to, if we simplify this part, and then we will have equals to 4. So 2p plus with the q equals to 0. So that is the second equation. So in order to find the value p and q, the first equation plus with the second equation. So if we add on the situation, and we will have negative 2p plus with the 2p, we will have 0. Next, we have 2q is equals to 4. Q is equals to 2. Next, substitute the q equals to 2 into the second equation. So we have 2p plus with the 2 equals to 0. So p is equals to negative 2 over 2. So p is equals to negative 1. So kindly focus on the situation. Here we have the negative 2. Negative 1, negative 2. Here we have 1 and 2. Kindly focus on this part. We have negative 2 until negative 1. So if it's a negative 2, then we will have the value 3. So here we have 1, 2, and 3. If it's a negative 1, so the value will be equals to 4. So we will have a straight line here. Next, focus on the x squared minus x plus with the 2. Kindly completing the situation. So we have y is equals to x squared minus x plus bracket negative 1 over 2 squared minus bracket negative 1 over 2 squared plus with the 2. So x minus 1 over 2 bracket square minus we have 1 over 4 plus with we have 8 over 4. So x minus 1 over 2 bracket square, and then we have plus 7 over 4. So notice that we have the minimum point, which is 1 over 2, 7 over 4. So if we substitute the negative 1, and we will have the value 4. So empty circle. So if we substitute the 0, and we will have the value 2. If we substitute 1, and we will have the value 2. Next, if we substitute 2, and we will have the value 4. So from here, we have the minimum point, which is 1 over 2. So the graph will be something like this. So that is the curve for x squared minus x plus with 2. Next, continue. We have the situation x greater than 2. So we will have the situation straight line, which is x plus 2. After we simplify, so we will have the situation something like this. So here we will have 5 plus with the x. So here we will have x squared minus x plus with the 2. And here we have y is equals to x plus with the 2. So here we have the function y and x. So here we have the value 2. So that is the graph for the function fx. If you are new here, kindly consider subscribing to this channel and share this video to your friend. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye.